5.8 and welcome to the show, Miglens. My name is Vuli Sitole and this is the link. And then today we are starting off the show in a beautiful way because we're going to be talking about a very important issue. That's the issue of COVID-19. And this show has been brought to you by the Zimbabwe Christian Alliance.
Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Who is your neighbor? Any person who comes near you. Love them by wearing a mask, sanitizing your hands, keeping social distance. We can defeat COVID-19 by following the recommended health guidelines. Love yourself, save your family, and save your neighbor. Together we can defeat COVID-19. This message is brought to you by Zimbabwe Christian Alliance. You can contact us on 0773 246 088 or 0777 674 303. Zimbabwe Christian Alliance. Christians united in love and in unity.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one.
Oh yes, so this show has been brought to you by the Zimbabwe Christian Alliance. My name is Vuli Stole and this is Central Radio 95.8. Our time is 9 minutes after 12 o'clock. So today we are being joined in the studio by the representative from the Ministry of Health, Mr. V. Govere, and he's also going to be representing the COVID-19 Task Force Department. And you also have a representative from Council Health Department, that's Prudence Marota right there, who's the Health Promotion Officer, and also from the Zimbabwe Christian Alliance Hub Coordinator is going to be also standing in for the church leaders, got Pastor Makore. All right, so remember you can also follow us on Facebook, Zimbabwe Christian Alliance, and then Twitter at Zimbabwe Christian Alliance 1, and also our website at www.zimbabwechristianalliance.org.zw. So let me give you the WhatsApp line that you can send through your contributions, because I'm pretty sure that everyone has a question about COVID-19, its rollout, and then the measures that are being taken by all these departments and also the church in terms of fighting this pandemic. So our WhatsApp 0719 222 099. That's our WhatsApp line that you can come through and send through your question or your contribution as we go on with the show. We are also going to be opening our lines. That's 054 222 0099. That's our studio line right there. So let me welcome our guest today. Pastor, welcome to the show. Yeah, how's the new year?
The new year is right.
All right, and then I have Prudence from the City Council Health Department. How are you, Prudence?
I'm fine. How are you?
All right, and then also Mr. V. Govere, who's also going to be representing the Ministry of Health and the COVID-19 Task Force Department. How are you, sir?
I'm okay. How are you? How are you, listeners?
All right, so let's just get into it right now because I know everyone is aware that the Zimbabwe has been on lockdown since March 2020. They have been eased, and then recently also been up to level 4, and the president recently extended the lockdown because of the high number of deaths. All right, since beginning of January 2021, positive cases have been on the increase. So we want to find out from the Ministry of Health and also the local authority, Kuti, the fight against this pandemic, what is it that you've been doing? What is it that has been done? And also, what is it that is still going to be done in the fight against this pandemic? I'll start with the representative from City Council. Yeah, Prudence.
All right, so we started to respond as early as when we were in the during the threat phase. Ndipo patakatotanga kuita fight against COVID-19 when we were monitoring my returnees from UK, from China for 21 days, some epidemiological systems there. And then as soon as WHO declared COVID-19 is now a public health emergency, we started training my private players, my health workers, and also the public at large. She offer health education, teachivadzidzisa about the signs and symptoms of COVID-19, and also to help to identify my cases. So we have been doing different activities. First, to COVID-19 testing, we are coordinating efforts from private and public sectors who are testing for COVID-19.
All right, it's okay. We're going to be expanding on that as well. So,
right.
Mr. Govere, can you please let us know from the COVID-19 Task Force Department, what is it that you've been doing since March 2020? Because this is the first time that we have you in the studio. So maybe just give us an outline, what is it has been done, and also Chi Chimwe Chamburkwita.
All right, so since the beginning of the pandemic, and since it was declared an outbreak in March 2020, the first thing that was actually done in the district or in Gweru is to set up a district task force which has got different players from different organizations, but it's being chaired by the DDC, that's the District Development Coordinator, who was once called back then the DA. So he's the one who is chairing the task force. So within the task force, we have different subcommittees which are actually responsible for different functions in response to COVID-19. And amongst the subcommittees within the task force, we have, I usually want to call it the race communication and community engagement, responsible for the function of raising awareness through different media and different means. And we also have the enforcement and these other different subcommittees. So while I'm still focusing on the main task force, one is responsible for doing all the coordination, the planning and monitoring of all the activities.
Sorry, Mr. Gore, we just want to find out chi cha kaitiwa and chi cha murukwita. We understand all the setup and the structures. We just want to find a small outline of what is it that has been done.
All right, so from the district task force, they've been deploying teams to go out doing awareness, to man the roadblocks, the ports of entry, like the roadblocks. They've been doing that, and also securing of the quarantine facilities. At first it was Gweru Poly and then Mkoba Teachers College, but now it's the Senga Training Center.
All right.
Yes, exactly.
All right, thank you so much. I hope my listeners were satisfied by that. That's a representative from the Ministry of Health, Mr. V. Govere, and also a representative from Council Health Department, Prudence Marota, right there. Okay, so now we're going to the next question, which is the most important aspect when it comes to the fight against COVID-19. Awareness programs. All right, so what awareness raising is one of the major components that needs to be done for people to be informed. So we want to know which methods of awareness raising have been put in place to make sure that every citizen is informed. All right, so I'm going to be asking first Kuna Pastor from the church, what is it that the church role that the church has been playing when it comes to awareness programs COVID-19? Because my churches are kind of animal belief system akasiana, some people they don't allow their members to go to hospitals, for example. But start off by maybe outlining as a church what's the role of the church when it comes to COVID-19 and also the awareness programs that has been done as church leaders.
Isusu se makereke chokutanga chatakatanga kuita ndechekuti vazhinji vedu vakapa machurches kuti ave quarantine centers. Vapa machurches kuti ave quarantine centers hazvina kugumira ipapo. Isusuwo takarambawo tichi sevafundisi takaramba tichiteedzerawo WHO guidelines, tichiparidzira vanhu pamasocial media and also tichiita audios and flyers aitenderera pamasocial medias ari awareness kuvanhu.
All right, and also from the Ministry of Health, Mr. Govere, what is it that you've been doing, awareness programs that has been done?
Okay, we've been doing radio talk shows. It's 98.4 FM and 95.8 from Monday to Friday. Yes, and then we've been engaging with DJs. They've been doing DJ announcements. And then we've been encouraging different stakeholders, institutions to place signages at their shops or institutions. Also, we've been distributing IEC materials. The information, education, and communication. Yes.
All right.
So promotion, information, education, and communication materials. You can actually call them promotional materials. We've been responding to training requests or sensitization requests from different organizations. We've been engaging with community leaders, training them so that they can actually give, whenever they have a gathering, they can actually give a representative from the ministry to educate those who will be present. We've been doing road shows with support from different partners. We've been using the community structures that we have, like the village health workers or the community-based health workers, to raise awareness in the different communities. Shop-to-shop sensitizations have been done. Use of megaphones, hailers has been done, yes.
All right, so people have seen one from your department, kuma suburbs, or you're just talking really general?
Like going to the suburbs?
Yeah.
Yes, we've been going there through use of, like I said, road shows, using hailers, usually targeting the shopping centers and maybe the surrounding areas in different suburbs, like in Koba, then Senga, and these other suburbs in Gweru.
All right, Prudence, what is it the City Council has been doing as far as awareness is concerned?
Alright, we have been working in partnership with Minister of Health and Childcare, and like Mr. Govere said, we've been doing roadshows with support from different partners, kuma locations. We've been doing my door-to-door visits, which offer health education, and then kuma funerals. Tine team yedu inoenda kuma funerals ichindo offer health education. And then
so sorry, every funeral that happens?
Yeah, I can safely say that.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then for my roadblocks, health education is being offered also. And then as the city has been tachigadzira IEC material yedu, tachigadzira ma posters, ma flyers, and then tichi distributor futi mu community. So we've been using different strategies so that we reach almost everyone.
All right, so here, Mr. Govere, you'll be talking about my shops, my suburbs. So it seems like there's a gap between you and especially when kuma rural areas. So how are you reaching these people, especially kuma rural areas? As areas, everyone, the whole of Zimbabwe has been recording positive cases. So how have you been reaching people? Kunana Chiwundura, Kunana Mberengwa, deep down there in Lower Gweru, in Kokwe. How have you been doing it? Have you also been going there?
Okay, it's not like we've left out the rural population. Something is already being done there. Like I said, we have the community the community structures like village health workers. They were actually trained to sensitize people on COVID-19, so we're using them. We also have rural health facilities. Each and every morning they are doing morning health education sessions, and they can actually go out cascading or teaching people about COVID-19. We've been using 98.4, 95.8 FM, I know, in terms of coverage, and to the rural population. And we have been sending those promotional materials or IEC material, posters, pamphlets to the rural health facilities so that they can actually give the rural population. So I can't say there's a gap. Yeah. And another thing, there are partners, like recently there's this organization called AWAIT, the Apostolic Women Empowerment Team. It's actually training behavior change facilitators so that they can assist in behavior change when we are talking when we are talking about COVID-19.
All right, so we're gonna take a break, but send through your messages 0719222099. Have you seen the representative from City Council Kuma Funerals? She just told us that they try to all the funerals so that they do my sensitization. Now hit us up and let us know if you have seen my City Council representative, and also Ministry of Health. Have you seen them in your neighborhood? Have you seen them in your location? Have they been telling you about COVID-19, and have they been helpful? So hit us up on that WhatsApp WhatsApp 0719222099 and let us know kuti makambovaona here kwamunogara ikoko vari kuita basa ravari kutudza kuti vari kuita here kuno as far as COVID-19 is concerned. We are also going to be opening up my lines edu 0542222099. Now we have a representative from the Ministry of Health, Mr. Govere, and also from the City Council, that's Prudence Maruta, who are both the health promotion officers. All right, so let's just take a break, and then after this we're going to be also going to your messages, and we're going to be asking more questions right here in the studio.
Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Who is your neighbor? Any person who comes near you. Love them by wearing a mask, sanitizing your hands, keeping social distance. We can defeat COVID-19 by following the recommended health guidelines. Love yourself, save your family, and save your neighbor. Together we can defeat COVID-19. This message is brought to you by Zimbabwe Christian Alliance. You can contact us on 0773 246 088 or 0777 674 303. Zimbabwe Christian Alliance. Christians united in love and in unity.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one.
Welcome back to the show. We have the Zimbabwe, it's brought to you by the Zimbabwe Christian Alliance, and we have representative from the Ministry of Health, Mr. V. Govere, and also a representative from the Council Health Department. We're talking about COVID-19, its preparedness, because these are the authorities that make sure that we are informed, that make sure that we are prepared for everything that's concerning COVID-19. Okay, so let me go to representative from the City Council. Kuti, what is it the City Council has done as far as setting aside my funds for the fight against COVID-19? All right, Kuti, are there any funds being set aside? And then if there are any funds, what are these funds going to be used for in the fight against COVID-19? Prudence.
All right. What I can say is just that the government and other private organizations have been assisting the local authority with funds as far as COVID-19
is concerned.
So
you are not in a position to let us know if there are funds or no funds?
Yes, I am not in the position to say that.
Is there anyone that we can find out? Okay, let's just take this call right here, and then we'll get back to you. Hello, Central Radio. All right, so call back later on, Ngamatri. Baba. Thanks so much for coming through. All right, so right now we are talking about COVID-19. Okay, so if you have any questions concerning COVID-19, and then if you have any questions for the people that we have, the representative that we have in the studio, you come through on that WhatsApp platform. All right, so Pastor, you had any follow-up question?
Okay, I don't the Minister of Health kuti vanhu vari kuzvigamuchira sei zvemavaccines atiri kunzwa kuti ari kuuyaya muri kuona here kuti vanhu vari kuzvigamuchira oro havasi kuzvigamuchira?
Okay, yeah, but issue of vaccines I know a lot of information has been circulating on social media, yeah, and a lot of misinformation, because you cannot say information. So if you want credible sources of information, you can actually visit the Ministry of Health website or World Health Organization website. But kuti ndipindira question yabvunzwa naPastor yekuti vanhu vari kuzvigamuchira here, what we have been trying to do as the Ministry of Health is to demystify nyaya dzemamitsi nemamisi information, and kuitira kuti people they have the correct information pertaining to the vaccines. So it's still ongoing. We're still educating people, raising awareness. Because no, the vaccines are safe, and they undergo through global, local boards like the Medicines Control Authority of Zimbabwe. Irumunom, inoona ma products anopinda kutakanaka, so it's safe. So we're trying our level best to make sure we give out the correct information.
All right, you seem to be not sure about what you're saying, Mr. Governor. Are you sure about this?
I'm sure about this.
All right.
Very sure.
Okay. All right. So let's go to Pastor Kuti. What is it the church has been doing? What has been the role of the church when it comes to this pandemic? And then what is it? My strategies that the church has been doing in the fight against curbing COVID-19?
Okay, ngatakenenya preparedness. Isusu Zimbabwe Christian Alliance patakaonawo kuti chirwere chakutekeshera especially time yachakatanga vanhu vaiuya mareturnees ndo anga akanyanya kuwanda aiuya ende kokumaisa kwacho ndokumwe kwaiti netsei but isusu takamirirawo tichidonatawo mibhedha tikadonatawo mabuckets tikadonatawo masanitizers tikadonatawo mamasks pasenga quarantine center apa takadonata zvakati one day and also ku-isolation center yemuno mugweru takadonata futi the same things tichizama kuitira kuti vanhu pavanoenda ikokoko pavanosvika vawane comfort yakafanana neiri kumba kwavo. Taiisawo futi mavhasirina, taiisawo futi macolgate kuti mwe munhu asasvika iko akazoti atashaya chakati zvinhu zvese zviriko zvakatokwana. Zvimwe zvacho hazvisati zvatomboshandiswa.
All right, thank you so much, Pastor. Okay, so there's a question here. Hanzi isu kuno ku 16 hatisati tambovaona kuno mariro ari kungoitwa as usual. Tiri kutotya especially vemachechi havasi kutombotya. Vanhu vari kungofamba vachikolekta mari neupfu hwemariro kuchitonobikwa neCovid iyoyo kana kutya. So you were saying that usually kind of like funerals, city council, you go there and then you sensitize people and then you inform people. Kwanza tsatambokona ku 16. I don't know, Minister of Health. You can start by answering that.
Yeah, issue report when it comes to Nyazma funerals. It's not all funerals, and it is Tudama COVID-19 related funerals. So yeah, it's our wish you could we're in a pandemic. It's our wish you could teach them supervised burials for each and every funeral, you know, it can teach. But you know, when it comes to resources and special human resources, so all COVID-19 related deaths get supervised.
So the ministry doesn't go when I see COVID-19 related death.
Yeah, we supervise all COVID-19 related. But what we are doing is there is communication and community engagement. We're trying our level best to educate people on what we expect at a funeral.
So
unless if you want me to share.
No. I think I just want to. I think that's the question that everyone will be having. You don't go no sensitize people about COVID-19 when it's not a COVID-19 funeral, but you only attend to a COVID-19 funeral to supervise that.
When it comes to supervision, but when it comes to awareness, tikangoona because we have community-based health workers, kamakamboona anopfeka zvibhedhi zvegreen, vakangoona pane pavangoungana vanhu. They respond to health education. So it depends.
Okay, thank you so much for that. I feel like you left a lot of things, but we're going to go back to that. Okay. Pastor, what has been the church? A lot of people they have mixed feelings about COVID-19 vaccine. Yesterday we saw the vice president, volunteering to be the first to get the jab. And then, being the one to come through and get vaccinated. A lot of other people, frontline workers also were vaccinated. So as the church, what is your stance, Mimi, on the rolling out of the vaccine to the public? And then what have you been telling my members about the vaccine?
Isusu takamirira makereke tiri mavaccine hatina problem now. But isusu ndikuona kunge Ministry of Health vakatisiyawo kuside. Vakasati involve mapastors.
Why
tinge tiri forefront. Why ndichidaro ndezvekuti ngavatidzidzisewo isusu tine vanhu. Then isusu tozosendera vanhu mamessages. Because vanhu vanobelieve kuna pastor kudarika weMinistry of Health.
Vanhu vanobelieve mapastor kudarika?
Yes.
Ministry of Health. Why are you saying that?
I'm saying that because this tine vanhu vacho. Ndikatomudza kuti usaenda kuchipatara haendi. Ndikamudza kuti enda kuchipatara anoenda. Saka isusu dzidziso dzinobva kwatiri tikange tadzidziswawo tinosenderawo vanhu maaudios tichivaudza tichivadzisa tichibatsirana pamwe nehurumende sezvatiri kuita izvi.
All right, thank you so much, Pastor. So the pastor is saying the church has so much power that if they tell people not to go to vaccinations, they can do that. And then if vakanzi vaende, they can also do that. Let's go to the Ministry of Health. The vaccines, I understand the COVID-19 vaccine has arrived in Gweru. What's the rollout plan for Gweru?
Yeah, before I share with you the rollout plan, maybe let me just respond to the pastor first. Atina kusiyai. Kubva zvakatanga this pandemic, we have engaged the pastors because we know they have power. Nditi vanhu vanotera mapastors. So it's only that for the vaccine time yacho. The trainings are coming to our trainer, but we have to roll out the vaccination program. So trainings are coming to vadzidzisa votimobilizera vanhu because for the general population it's actually in phase 3 rollout plan yacho. But for phase 1 we're actually targeting the front line. Yeah, so the trainings are coming.
Have you trained any pastors, any church leaders before, or is it in the pipeline?
Yeah, on various occasions.
All right.
Yeah.
So why is it the pastor feels like you guys haven't been involving them?
I'm not sure. Maybe why they feel to haven't been involving them, but we have involved everyone. The community leaders, the pastors, the traditional and faith healers. Yeah, we have involved everyone.
All right, so 0719220099 054220099 tifonerei panamba idzodzo kana mune mvunzo concerning COVID-19 vaccine rollout or kana mune mvunzo concerning the church's role when it comes to the fight against COVID-19. So Mr. Govere, you are about to tell us about the rollout plan.
Yes.
The COVID-19 vaccine. We understand the COVID-19 vaccine has arrived in Gweru, arrived last night if I'm not mistaken. So what is the rollout plan Munom district?
Okay, so yesterday we managed to train the vaccinators. We'll be having 2 teams that will be going around vaccinating people. We're going to deploy the 2 teams on Sunday so that they start the rollout program on Monday. So like I said, it's phased and it's staged. So we have 3 phases. Phase 1 is going to target the population at risk. Then phase 2, we're going to target Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education, tertiary education staff, and the population who are actually at high to medium risk. Then for the phase 3, that's when we are going to target population at low risk. So going back to phase 1, like I said, it's also staged within the phases. So for phase 1, stage 1, we are targeting the frontline workers. For instance, the health workers, port of entry personnel like ZIMRA, immigration, customs, then security. By security, I think you know what I mean. Means ZRP, army. So that's those categories, they fall under stage 1 or phase 1. Then for stage 2, we're going to target the village health workers, those with chronic illnesses, inmates, that's prison population, then others in confined settlements, including my refugee camps.
All right.
That is for phase.
So
stage 2.
is that relevant to Gweru?
Relevant in terms of...
Do you have refugee camps in Gweru? Because you didn't, narrow it down to the...
No,
to the
I'm just sharing with
the whole rollout plan. All right, Pastor, you've got a follow-up question?
Okay, and ngoda ngobvunza kuti pa population at risk apa makainvolvawo here vafundisi because tiri kupa risk ndosaka ndati muri kutisiya because makati involvawo here ipapo.
Hatisi kukusiyai. Hatisi kukusiyai.
All right.
Yeah, we have a plan. I'm going to share the schedule. We could see on Monday where are we starting, on Tuesday where are we going. Right. Because the rollout for phase 1, stage 1, is going to last up to the 3rd of March, starting from the 22nd up to the 3rd.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Gore. Let's just go for a short break. This show is being brought to you by the Zimbabwe Christian Alliance. It's Central Radio 95.8. Remember to follow us, Zimbabwe Christian Alliance, on Facebook at Zimbabwe Christian Alliance 1 on Twitter, and then also visit our website www.zimbabwechristianalliance.org.zw. Let's just take a short break. We'll be right back.
Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Who is your neighbor? Any person who comes near you. Love them by wearing a mask, sanitizing your hands, keeping social distance. We can defeat COVID-19 by following the recommended health guidelines. Love yourself, save your family, and save your neighbor. Together we can defeat COVID-19. This message is brought to you by Zimbabwe Christian Alliance. You can contact us on 0773 246 088 or 0777 674 303. Zimbabwe Christian Alliance. Christians united in love and in unity.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one.
All right, welcome back to the show being brought to you by Zimbabwe Christian Alliance. We have in the studio a representative from the Ministry of Health, Mr. V. Govere, was also representing the COVID-19 Task Force Department. He's a District Health Promotion Officer. We also have a representative from Council Health Department, Prudence Marota, who's also a Health Promotion Officer. And also we have Pastor Makore from the Zimbabwe Christian Alliance Hub Coordinator, standing in for church leaders. All right, so let's go to Pastor Makore. What is it that has been affected, chichaka affected Kasterek when it comes to kuma churches that you guys lead?
Pane zvizhinji zvakaafectika, especially mafamilies nyaya ye-gender based violence. Nokuda kwema-lockdown vanhu vakatanga kungonetsana nokurovana mudzimba sitaitori busy nema-counseling munguva ye-lockdown. Vanhu vakashaya chikafu, vamwe vachawirirana, vamwe moziva kuti vanowirirana nokuda kwemari. Pakushayikwa kwemari apa nokusatsvaka apa pakakonzeresa zvakawanda.
All right. So what has been the church doing when it comes to say domestic violence, and which are the people that you've been working with?
Vafundisi vazhinji we are offering what we call social cycle support through my phones, through mamwe angari physical mamwe angariwo emafoni.
All right.
Ndo zvizhinji zvikuru zvataita ipapo.
All right, thank you so much. So I think Ministry of Health Department, can you please just come through and maybe explain to us about these vaccines that are coming through that people are going to be getting? A lot of people haven't been informed. A lot as government is doing a lot to inform people, and then you are part of the government as the Ministry of Health. So just maybe let us know how this vaccine is going to be. Say after how many times, and then Shanda say.
Okay, Saka, the vaccine that we received in Zimbabwe was from China, that is Sinopharm vaccine. So in terms of administration, engage is left hand. Yeah, we trained the vaccinators to say and did it. So left hand is a 2-dose and then after a certain period about the second dose. Then in terms of how the vaccines work, maybe people would want to understand, because vaccines are there to protect you from COVID-19. How do they protect you from COVID-19? It's like the vaccine that we received. It's a attenuated, or it's a weakened form of the coronavirus that will be administered inside our bodies, so that the body can actually respond to the foreign material, because it's now foreign to the body. So chinoitika ndechekuti every weekend anditi rakabvisa simba kana rakafa anditika anything chinopinda kubody inoresponda anditi. So kana taisa vaccine inside mabodies edu body inoresponda. Kuresponda kwainechita inechitotrainiwa kuti how do you defeat this pathogen yapinda kana kuti germ rapinda musystem, yogadzira tinoti memory cells kana kuti inokipa a record yekuti the next time panopinda that pathogen inongoshandisa that memory yakaita payakaita the first infection to defeat the pathogen. The good thing is that my vaccines, like I said, they're dead or weakened. haakwanisi kukonzeresa the disease handiti, but anoita kuti unge wane immunity against the COVID-19 handiti. But now ukazoatakwa the real one rinenge ri strong because watova immunity due to the vaccine, you are now protected. So what I urge people panyaya yema-vaccines ndekuti let's get vaccinated. This vaccine is safe. Let's get vaccinated so that we can actually protect those who are not eligible for this vaccine, because we are targeting pane issue herd immunity. If a lot of people are vaccinated against this COVID-19, even though we're going to live virus eligible, like whenever allergies, whenever my fever 39 chichi, at least we are vaccinated kind of my pregnant mothers. So let's try to protect those who are not eligible.
All right.
The vaccine.
Thank you so much, Mr. Govere. So these vaccines are a different training area, because we understand that India is pledged to donate 75,000 COVID-19 vaccines. We're also going to be having more vaccines coming in from places like the UK. So is the training different? Is the training the same? Is also the vaccination the same area, or you are also going to need retraining these nurses when each and every time a vaccine from India, the Ministry of Health retrains these practitioners. A vaccine from UK, you retraining them, and they have a different way of vaccinate. What is the strategy?
Yeah, it depends, because my products are akasiyana. Saka panoya that vaccine, maybe it's going to come with new information, because what might apply, I'll just give an example, what might apply to paracetamol and it does not apply to maybe doxycycline or what. Sakane atori ma contraindications akasiyana, or maybe in terms of administration akasiyana. So achuya, they'll be coming with new information, and if it is different from the vaccine that we received, then we will need to retrain.
All right. City Council, are you also part of the training programs, your vaccination, or kruku trainwa veku ministry, veku government department?
Yeah, we are part of the training process.
All right. What?
Our staff, my nurse, they are being trained by Ministry of Health.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, and then what does this mean now when it comes to herd immunity? When we say we are going to have different vaccines coming through from different places, is the effect the same?
Yeah, the effect is just the same, because the principle of a vaccine is just the same.
But I see cure. I think people need to understand. Is it cure?
It's not a cure.
Is it protection?
But it's protection from the disease or COVID-19. So you're actually being protected so that you don't get.
All right. So I think the question from Amun in the street, kana ndine COVID, ndikabaiwa vaccine ndobva ndapora.
No, it's not a cure. People should understand that it is not a cure. Yeah, I should have my investigations and studies to make sure that they come up with a cure. Just like HIV, we don't have a cure, but yakatanga kudhara nditi. Investigations are still underway. Kudaku come up with a cure.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the question is directed to the Ministry of Health on the rollout plan. People living with disabilities, PWDs, were not included. Does the ministry not consider the risk we face as a constituency? That's Jacob Bangwenya. Anzi mimi se ministry. Why msna ku involve vanema disabilities? Does it mean kuti we are not at risk as constituency of the people living with disability?
Like I said, everyone is at risk. As nabasa kuti you are from where or wakamira say, everyone is at risk entity. So just to respond to that herd immunity, bandati pane each medical product inenge ma contraindications entity ekuti it should not be administered to someone anakadai or antitika. So the best way yanya herd immunity yekuti wesari eligible guy to vaccinated. Yeah, I know it's on voluntary basis, but it's my appeal to everyone who is eligible to get vaccinated so that we can actually protect those who are not eligible.
All right. So someone right here is asking if you can maybe explain also in Ndebele. Is there anyone who can be able to explain that in Ndebele for us, Pastor?
No.
But I'm pretty sure in your departments you have people who are able to explain people in all the languages. Mr. Goy. Yeah, thank you so much for that. It's 12 minutes to 1 Central Radio 95.8. Before we go for a break, Mr. Goy.
Yeah, so it's not like Takasia, that population. Truly easy to record that population. Yeah, that's what I wanted to
people
just
living with disabilities.
Yes.
All right.
We haven't left them.
We have in the studio the representative from the Ministry of Health. We're talking about COVID-19. We're talking about the rollout plan and other aspects that include fighting, that encompasses the fight against COVID-19. All right, so it's 12 minutes to 1. Let's just take a short break and then we'll be right back.
Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Who is your neighbor? Any person who comes near you. Love them by wearing a mask, sanitizing your hands, keeping social distance. We can defeat COVID-19 by following the recommended health guidelines. Love yourself, save your family, and save your neighbor. Together we can defeat COVID-19. This message is brought to you by Zimbabwe Christian Alliance. You can contact us on 0773 246 088 or 0777 674 303. Zimbabwe Christian Alliance. Christians united in love and in unity.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one.
All right, 10 minutes to 1. It's Central Radio 95.8. We are in the studio, representative from the Ministry of Health. This show is being brought to you by the Zimbabwe Christian Alliance. All right, so we're talking about COVID-19, the vaccine, and everything that has been done by the ministry and also the local authorities and also our church leaders. All right, someone is saying people with chronic conditions vanofangwa kupinda ipapo pama people living with disabilities and they were not included. Maybe can you just clarify on that one? Exactly. Do they qualify for the vaccination?
Yes, they are there on stage 2, phase 1. Vaccinate.
All right.
Yeah, but it depends.
The type of
yeah, because we cannot vaccinate someone who is severely ill. So they are there. Animal chronic illnesses, diabetes, HIV.
Okay, so let's go to the church. What is it? What's the spiritual side of the church when it comes to COVID-19? Are you still telling the people, my members, we can pray for you for COVID-19, or you are now praying for the science to help us in the fight of COVID-19? What is it, the word that you're spreading right now?
isusu zvatirikuudza vanhu ndezvekuti ngatiteedzerei whole guidelines. Kunyange tichinamata tiri mukati medzimba, situation iri mukati menyika yedu munotoona kuti chirwere covid chaya nanyatsokurova. Why? Because vafundisi vari kunamata vari mudzimba, vafundisi vari kunamatira vana vesangano. 1 or 2 mumwe munhu akatobatwa akapora achifamba, akatoporeswa just because neprayer dziri kunamatwa nevanhu vari kumba. Saka isusu tiri kuteedzera whole guidelines. Nevanga vasiri kutevedzera, I encourage them kuti ngatirambe tichiteedzera whole guidelines kwese katenge tiri.
So what has happened with everything is possible with God?
Yes, everything is possible. Vanhu vakatopora nokuda kwecoronavirus, vanga vakabatwa nechirwere ichocho vakatopora. It's possible because mishonga haigoni kushanda pasina Mwari. Mwari ndiwo vanoporesa kunyange tiine mishonga iya inobatsirikana nekuporesa kwaMwari.
All right. Thanks so much, Pastor. To the Ministry of Health, I heard you saying the vaccine is a weekend coronavirus. So my question is, where did they get this weekend virus they are using to produce the vaccine? Could it be vanoitora kuvanhu vari infected? If not, then from where? Brandon in Looney Park. Kanzi weekend corona yakatorewa kupi. Yaka weekend was say.
Alright. Like you know, cinema cases are nenga shiti candidate, and we urge people to get tested. Trauma specimens, and they go to the laboratory. Laboratory knows they have this coronaviruses. And we specimens from people. Yeah, from that. It's not like one of big COVID coronavirus.
Yeah.
It's already in existence. It's like if you want, you can take a specimen, and then from that specimen you can extract, then we can.
All right.
Yeah, but just I could have a lab to further explain how do they do it. All we know is it's a dead, like a dead one, or it's weakened.
All right. Hansi, kunema tests that are being done before vaccinating, like BP checks and etc. Well, what are the checks that are being done before someone is vaccinated? What do they have my test before muna vaccinator? If you can break down the test that.
For this one, I'm not really sure with the ones that will be vaccinating. Good, are there any tests? But I haven't heard of any tests that are going to be done.
So there are no tests.
Yeah, from
you are not
from
sure.
The information that I received, I haven't heard of any tests so far.
So you don't test anything, because last time we heard that Munano Tanga test for COVID-19.
Yeah, I wouldn't be sure. No, for COVID-19, there's no test.
Are you sure about that, Mr. Goyri?
Yes.
All right. Okay, I hope you are sure about that, because everyone is listening and you're representing the Ministry of Health. So what is the position when it comes to African traditional medicine? You know, miti yedu yatoshandisa zumbani and other things. What is the ministry's position?
Yeah, tukunzoti vanhu vakushandisa zvinhu zvakasiyana siyana, like zumbani vamwe vari kunatira anti-steaming and homemade remedies and it. So our position as the ministry, for zumbani, we don't know, we don't have sufficient evidence to support kuti zumbani no shanda for COVID-19.
Right.
So we cannot safely say use zumbani. But for steaming, you know, kubva kudhara kuti one of the symptoms here COVID-19 anti-nasal congestion,
Yep.
But we know if you steam, you know, from our airways, and you can actually relieve pain. But when you are steaming, make sure you take the necessary precautions.
So you are saying Munano Construction Zumbani at their own risk?
Yeah, because we don't have sufficient evidence to support that Zumbani really works against COVID-19.
All right.
So we cannot encourage people to use evidence because doses. Yeah, we know some of the medicines are covered by herbs, but one is a lab, and then they'll see if you use a certain dosage, support but it should write the infection.
Okay.
So that's the same principle.
All right. Thanks so much, Mr. Govere. So I'm being joined in the studio by the representative from the Ministry of Health. We're talking about COVID-19. He was explaining to us the rollout plan. As you know, or maybe you were not aware that the COVID-19 vaccine has arrived in Gweru. So you also are told about that rollout plan. We also have a representative from the City Council. Only have a few minutes, Pastor. Follow-up question.
The Ministry of Health kuti izo pano kuvaccinatwa vanhu ava vanhu vanofoseredzwa here kana kuti munhu anoda ndiye anotora vaccine?
Yeah, it's voluntary. Hapana ari kumanikidzwa. But like I said, my appeal to you is you should get vaccinated, so that you are actually protected against the COVID-19.
Okay. Yeah. So only 3 minutes left. I'm going to start Pastor Makore Kuti. What is it the advice yamunga concerning the fight here COVID-19 and also concerning vaccination as well? What's the last words that you can tell the people?
Indiri kuramba chingodzokorora nchiti ngati chengetei WHO guidelines. Tipfeke mamaski yedu. Pane vamwe vari kupfeka mamaski nekuda kuti vaona mapurisa. Munhu ngaagara akapfeka mamaski. Uye nenyaya yevhasini iri kuuya iyi, since yanzi voluntary, kana uchinzwa kuda kutora but zvakakosha kuti uitore because unenge uri protected always.
All right. Mr. Govere?
Yeah, my last words to you is let's make sure we continue practicing all the COVID-19 preventive measures. We need to stay at home. If you see someone with symptoms suggestive of COVID-19, you need to alert the health authorities, or you can actually call the Midlands toll-free number, which is 08080435. I'll repeat, 08080435. And then panya vaccine, let's get vaccinated. Yeah.
All right, and then I go to you, Prudence. What's the last words? And then also move matipa maybe the number ye response team from right here mugweri kuti kana vanhu vachida kurespondewa kana vane suspicion yemuna ne-COVID-19, which number do they call or where do they go? Prudence?
All right, my last words ndongokoti ngatirambei tichipfeka mamask, ngatigeze maoko edu, let's sanitize, let's maintain social distance, let's avoid crowded places, and then for vanenge vachida kubatsirwa, the number is the same yatawana Mr. Govere for Govere district.
Okay, you just repeat that one, Mr. Govere.
08080435. Yeah, that's the number.
All right. Okay, one last thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to share the schedule for Monday. So the teams, because that
just Monday next week.
Yeah, the 22nd. They will be visiting Senga police station. These are just police stations. Senga Central. Then there is this traffic development house, Koba 1 police station, Neanda police station, then Mutapa police station. That is for Monday.
All right. So I think before we leave, let me just read out this question so that you go and fix this. Anzi muno province yedu tine rapid response team ye COVID, but taiti tikafona kana paita suspect avadairi mafoni okuya zvino kana paita reaction toita say ivo vagara vasingaui. So I hope to who is concerned to this, you go and then you fix this. All right, thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. This show has been brought to you by the Zimbabwe Christian Alliance. I had in the studio a representative from the Ministry of Health, Mr. V. Govere, and also representing the task force department. He's a district health promotion officer. I also had a representative from council health department, Prudence Marota, who's a health promotion officer. I also had Pastor Makore from the Zimbabwe Christian Alliance, hub coordinator, also standing in for church leaders. My name is Vuli Sitole. So you stand by for the headlines coming through with Linda Mswati. And remember to follow us, Zimbabwe Christian Alliance on Facebook at ZCA Alliance 1 on Twitter, and our website www.zimbabwechristianalliance.org.zw. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's Central Radio 95.8.
Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Who is your neighbor? Any person who comes near you. Love them by wearing a mask, sanitizing your hands, keeping social distance. We can defeat COVID-19 by following the recommended health guidelines. Love yourself, save your family, and save your neighbor. Together we can defeat COVID-19. This message is brought to you by Zimbabwe Christian Alliance. You can contact us on 0773 246 088 or 0777 674 303. Zimbabwe Christian Alliance. Christians united in love and in unity.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together